Moscow, a name that once echoed with the thunder of conquest. From the Mongol hordes to the Tsars, a vast empire sprawled outward. It stretched from the Baltic Sea to the Pacific Ocean. It was a dominion built on iron and blood. The iron fist of the Kremlin crushed dissent. It imposed its will on millions. Fear was the currency of power. The world trembled at the might of the Russian bear. The echoes of this past still resonate. The ghosts of empire linger. They whisper of a time when Moscow dictated the fate of nations. The Soviet Union rose from the ashes of Tsarist Russia. It inherited its ambitions, its ruthlessness. Communism became the new ideology of control. The Iron Curtain descended, dividing East from West. The Soviet collapse seemed to herald a new era. The grip of Moscow loosened. Former republics tasted freedom, but the thirst for power, once slaked, never truly disappears. Under Putin, the embers of empire began to glow once more. The bear, wounded but not broken, stirred from its slumber. A new form of Russian power emerged. It was more insidious, more cunning. No longer reliant solely on brute force, it wielded disinformation and economic leverage like weapons. It exploited the weaknesses of its rivals. It sowed discord in the West. The goal was not outright conquest, but the subtle reassertion of dominance. The shadow of the bear once again loomed large over its neighbours. Georgia, a small nation nestled in the Caucasus Mountains, a land of ancient history and vibrant culture, but also a land caught in the crosshairs of great power rivalry. For centuries, Georgia has been a battleground between Russia and the West. It is a struggle for influence, for control. The 2024 Georgian elections became a microcosm of this struggle. The Georgian Dream Party, widely seen as pro-Russian, claimed victory. The opposition cried foul, alleging widespread fraud. Protests erupted in the streets of Tbilisi demanding a recount. The international community expressed concerns. Russia, predictably, denied any interference. It accused the West of stirring up trouble. It dismissed the protests as the work of foreign agents. The Kremlin's narrative was clear. Georgia was a sovereign nation and its people had spoken. But the truth, as always, was more complex. The Georgian elections were not simply a domestic affair. They were a test of Russia's power and influence. They were a sign of things to come. The Kremlin's playbook was on full display: undermine democracy, support authoritarian leaders, and exploit divisions within the West. The Georgian elections exposed the cracks in Russia's facade of power. They revealed the limits of its influence. Despite its best efforts, the Kremlin could not completely silence dissent. The protest in Tbilisi showed that the spirit of resistance was alive and well in Georgia. Moreover, the international community, while divided, was not entirely passive. The European Union, though reluctant to take concrete action, condemned the election irregularities. Sanctions remained in place. These cracks, while small, were significant. They suggested that Russia's power was not absolute. Its grip on its near abroad was not unshakable. The narrative of an unstoppable Russian resurgence was beginning to unravel. The future of Russia is uncertain. Its economy is stagnant, reliant on energy exports and vulnerable to Western sanctions. Its military, though formidable, is bogged down in Ukraine. Its people are increasingly disillusioned, yearning for a better future. The decline of Russia is not inevitable, but it is a distinct possibility. The Kremlin's actions, both at home and abroad, have alienated potential allies and strengthened its adversaries. Its obsession with empire has come at the expense of its own people. The world watches with bated breath. The stakes are high. The fall of Moscow, if it comes, will reshape the geopolitical landscape. It will have profound consequences for global security and stability. The twilight of an empire is a dangerous time. The world must be prepared for the consequences.